Hey guys, we are back for our third week of Sunday School Online. Yay! We're happy that you guys are joining us again, and we miss out everybody. We can't wait to get back to church. But we hope that everybody is healthy. Not everybody is. I know our pastor is dealing with the coronavirus right now, and we are praying for him and everybody else because there's a lot of people out there that are sick and hurting. And so just make sure everybody's praying for loved ones and even people you don't know, right? Okay, today we are going to be learning about Palm Sunday. So we have one more week to Easter. I know last week I made a mistake and I said that today was Easter, but it's not. We all make mistakes.
Wait, what? Is now the other Sunday, Easter?
Next Sunday is Easter. So 1 week from today is Easter Sunday. Yay! All right, but today we have to pause though. We can't get super excited about Easter because we need to celebrate Palm Sunday first. What? Okay, what's your question?
So tomorrow's Sunday.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's Easter.
No, tomorrow's Palm Sunday.
Oh.
Next week is Easter. Okay, so we're going to talk about Palm Sunday today. We're going to talk about what it is and what happened on Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday happens about 1 week before Easter, right? Roughly 1 week before Jesus died on the cross. Yes. All right, so we're going to tell you a story and tell you what happened on Palm Sunday, and then we're going to talk about some things, and we're going to make a craft. Yep, we're going to make a craft. So, parents, if you're listening, if you could get the kids a piece of paper, preferably green paper, because we are going to make a palm branch today. If you don't have green paper, which we are low on supplies because we are moving, so Carmen took note paper and she colored it green. So that's what we're going to do today. So any kind of paper. If you have scissors, that's great. If not,
praise the Lord.
we can just color it. Okay, guys. All right. So on Palm Sunday, Jesus and his disciples were heading to this Jerusalem. Everybody say Jerusalem. Jerusalem. And that is where they were going to be doing their Passover. So you guys are going to stop. And they're going to have their meal, Passover, which is what we talked about last week with their communion. So Jesus said to two of his disciples, I want you to go into town and I want you to go to a house and you're going to find a baby donkey, a colt. And you're going to untie this donkey and you're going to bring it to me. And if anyone asks what you're doing, you just say, my Lord needs it. So that's what they did. They went to town and they found a colt tied up by a house or a barn, maybe. And a guy said, hey, what are you doing? And they're saying, well, our Lord needs it. And so they brought it to him. And Jesus rode into town. Now, here's what I want you to hear, though, okay? Because this kind of deals with our craft. They said that Jesus didn't just sit on the donkey. They put their coats on top of it to make it like a nicer ride. But they were also trying to make it nice because they loved Jesus, right? And as Jesus was riding through, can you guys ride your donkey? We're riding donkeys over here. Everybody, if you're watching, ride your donkey. So I'm imagining Jesus riding through on the donkey. Well, the people that are going before him, they took all their coats and they laid it on the ground before the donkey. So that way, as Jesus and the donkey went on the road, they weren't just walking in the dirt. They were walking on their coats. So it would be a nicer ride. It was a respect thing because they loved Jesus, right?
But wouldn't the mothers get on the coats?
They would, but they didn't really care about that because they loved Jesus so much that they wanted it to be nice for Jesus. Because they didn't have roads like us with pavement, concrete, and asphalt and stuff. And so it was dusty and dirty.
What's asphalt?
Asphalt is the black stuff on the roads.
How do you say asphalt or asphalt?
Fault.
Asphalt.
A little bit of road lesson right here. So it was really dusty, so they put everything down so that would be nice for Jesus. Now, while they were doing that, there were also people there who took palm leaves. Can you guys hold up your palm branches? They took their palm branches and they started waving it at them and saying,
Hosanna, praise the Lord.
Yes. You're getting Calvin's version of it right now.
Hosanna, praise the Lord. Okay, this is mine.
Yeah. So they waved their palm branches and they praised Jesus as he was walking into town. Okay. Yep, you could have done it like that.
Hosanna, run along.
All right, so here's what I want you to pay attention to. Listen, there's some things that sometimes even adults don't catch. So I was reading, and it says that there were 3 different types of people that were there that day. There were people that loved Jesus, right? These are the people waving the palm branches, and they were so excited to see Jesus and praise him. There are also people there, the second kind of people, who didn't love Jesus. Now, in the Bible, they talk about these as the Pharisees, right? Everybody say Pharisees. Pharisees. These are the men that didn't like Jesus. They wanted to try and get rid of him, which leads us up to Easter Sunday, and they were the ones that eventually killed Jesus. But so we have the first two people. We have the people that love Jesus.
Hosanna.
Yeah, those people. We have the people that didn't like Jesus. But you also had a third type of people in between.
That were curious.
They were curious, yes. A little bit before this happened, Jesus had gone and raised Lazarus from the dead. Now, if you don't know who Lazarus is, it's a really cool story. So have your parents or grandparents or whoever you're with, have them look it up, that story. Well, Jesus had a friend named Lazarus, and Lazarus had gotten sick and died. Well, Jesus went and he raised him back from the dead. Now, can we do this? No. God doesn't usually let us raise people from the dead. It has happened before. But generally, once people pass on, then they're in heaven, okay? So Jesus went and he raised Lazarus from the dead. Well, there were all these people that were so surprised and curious, and they wanted to see Lazarus, and they wanted to see Jesus. They didn't know who Jesus really was. They didn't really love him or hate him. They just were curious. They wanted to know about Jesus. They wanted to see him. He was kind of like a famous movie star that you would maybe see in Meyer. I don't know. And so you're curious, right? You want to know about him.
I remember I got to meet them when I was with Graham and in Meyer. We got the peeps and the Easter
Yes, like if you get to meet Elsa and Anna.
And we had the whole scene.
Yeah.
Got to meet them.
Yep, so you get curious.
Get to dance with them and sing with them. And they sung and you got tickets from them.
Yes, thank you. So, yeah, it's like if you see someone that you're curious about and you want to know more about him. So, Calvin's going to stop what he's doing right now. So, let's go through the three different types of people that were there again, right? So, we have the people that love Jesus.
Hated.
Yeah, you have the second kind of people who didn't like Jesus. And you have the third type of people who are curious about Jesus. These people only came just to find out who Jesus was. They didn't really care to know him or get to praise him. They just were curious. So here's what I want you guys to ask, and I want you to keep asking you and your parents. That this kind of is a good question to ask yourselves too. What kind of person are you? Okay, so you're going to sit down. What kind of person are you? Are you someone that loves Jesus? Are you someone that doesn't really like Jesus? Or are you just a curious person? Okay, so if you love Jesus, you like Jesus, good. If you love Jesus and Jesus is your best friend and you ask him to forgive you, then that classifies you as what the Bible says a Christian. And those are the people that go to heaven. The people that don't love Jesus are the people that don't get to go to heaven. But God also talks about those curious people. They're called lukewarm people. And God says that those really aren't the people that get to go to heaven. If you're just curious about Jesus and you just want to know a little bit more about him, but you don't truly have a relationship with Jesus, that means talking to him every day, reading his words, spending time with him. If you don't have that relationship with Jesus, then you won't go to heaven, even if you think you're just a good person. It's not enough to just be a good person. You also have to have a daily relationship with Jesus and God. Okay, so I want you to pay attention and ask yourselves, what kind of person am I? Okay. All right. So we're going to change gears now. We're going to get back to our craft. So parents, if you have that paper, kids, if you have that paper in front of you, I want you to, if you need to color it like Carmen did for hers, you go ahead and color it. You can color it green. She colored a brown handle. That's fine. You can color it green, or you might have different colored construction paper. You could make this pink or blue or purple, whatever you want. So what I want you to do is take a crayon or a marker. Oops. We're getting Calvin's worksheet paper from school. You can kind of make a little design like this. It kind of shows a palm branch. And you can go ahead and cut it out if you have scissors. If not, you can just color it. That's okay too. And if you don't have paper, you can go outside and pick up a leaf off the ground. I know we have kind of dried up leaves because nothing's really growing yet, but you can grab any kind of leaf because it doesn't matter. I'm sure they use whatever they have. So you can go ahead and take that paper if you have it, color it, cut it out, and then these little lines, the kids just cut little slits in them, just kind of like a little leaf design. And then you have your palm branch. And you can wave this and shout, Hosanna! Because that's what they did to praise Jesus. All right, so let's recap. Jesus went and rode on a donkey. and he rode into Jerusalem. And remember, there were 3 types of people. So let's say them together if you remember what types of people they are. So the first one we have are the people who love Jesus.
Hated.
The second people are the people that did not like Jesus at all. They were still there. Thank you. And then the third kind of people are the people that were just curious. Okay? So we want to try and be the people that love God with all of our hearts. You're going to wait though. All right. Well, I hope you guys learned a lot. What you can do is if you have your craft, you can take a picture of yourself and you guys can post it in the comments, or you can send a picture to me if you know me personally. And we would love to see what you guys are doing. We missed you guys all so much. I know everybody's getting a little bored at home, but try and get outside as much as possible. Please stay healthy, and we hope to see you guys soon. Bye.